All right, single leg RDL pulses is another exercise we are going to use to calibrate and mimic the sprinting action. So when I get into this RDL here, I'm on my left foot. I'm thinking about the 3 points of contact. I like leaning on something because I find we have enough overcompensations to where if I had to use all of my body weight, I would go into those old patterns that lead me to pain. I like leaning on something to take away some of that tension and load so that I can try to recalibrate my system into the perfect movement. Sometimes it's harder to do that under load. For example, if you were going to squat with heavy weight while you try to fix your form, it's going to be a lot more difficult. So here, I like to start with my toes, my back right toes, pointing to the ground so that my hips are nice and square to the ground. But then I like leaning my right shoulder forward, crunching this back lat, thinking about the 3 points of contact in my feet, and then pulsing through this motion, just mini reps to try to find that sweet spot of the patterns of activation that I have to find in my body in order to make that happen. And then as I get more comfortable, I'm gonna use some of that rotation. So this right hip is actually coming down and my body, my hips are coiling into this position so that my right toes actually end up here at the bottom of this rep. And then I'm coiling my way out of that. I'm like spiraling my way out of that position. And just, again, just like everything else, the stomach vacuum will help me find great activation in these glutes, because at the end of the day, that's where I want my power to come from. So here I am just mini pulsing until those muscles that I want get really, really tired. And I'm basically going to failure. I'm going to be here leaning on something until the muscles that I want to be active on the posterior chain are absolutely dead tired. And then as I get more comfortable in that position, I can then lift my heel to find some more activation in my calf, then try to connect it to my hamstrings and my glutes on each one of these little pulses.